planter symbolizes the seeds of knowledge you sow in our minds, blossoming into a garden of inspiration. The light of lamp represents wisdom, guidance and hope, creating an atmosphere of unity and reverence. It signifies knowledge, enlightenment and a reminder of the light within each one of us.
Children, before the marshal starts, I'd like to add about his profile. He was also a test pilot, and once he had to eject from the aircraft because there was some fault in it. And Bison that we are talking about is the same aircraft where it had hit and down that American F-16. What was the name? Abhinandan is the one who was flying that Bison aircraft and brought down the American F-16. So he was the champion of the Bison aircraft. And on you, sir.
Chairman LKP, Nirmala ma'am, Director, Principal, members of the faculty, students, especially those who are participating in the debate. Good morning and Jai Hind. It is indeed a pleasure for me to come here with my fourth time that I am coming to this here, and every time it has been a different experience and a different pleasure. Huge event, 25 teams from 25 schools, and what a contemporary subject. You know, are we heading for catastrophe? Are we going to rise back as Phoenix? What is the dynamics of the cyberspace? Each one of us is affected because we are all on social media, and there are cyber wars going on around the world. So very contemporary subjects. A great start to the day. Beautiful dance performance in the morning. I was up into the school, and for a subject, Ramayana. So, and four speakers, very confident, very clear on the subject. So I think we've made a great start, and I congratulate the organizers, the school, for taking on such an important event. In a few words, let me, talk about what is the contemporary situation in the world. The first speaker talked about Hiroshima. Today is 6th August. Today is the Hiroshima Day. Today is the day when the first atomic bomb was dropped. Only two dropped, both in Japan. And luckily, 81 years later, another one has been threatened but not dropped. So, also yesterday we all saw the events in Bangladesh. The world is at war. The humans are wanting power. They are wanting to dictate. They want to, and in that process they are ready to kill. You know the number of people killed in Hamas war or in Ukraine. It's enormous. 5 million people have been displaced in Ukraine. There are refugees in Poland and many other countries. War doesn't seem to be coming to an end. There is stalemate in Israel between Hamas and killings are carrying on. Bombs are dropping. Innocent civilians and children are dying. So, yes, there is competition everywhere. No, but of course, I'm not going to take a side because there is a debate going on whether we are going to destroy this world or are we going to rise as a phoenix. But let me put a few points about these 3-4 places where the conflict is on at this moment. Ukraine was highly avoidable. They could have been a compromise between the Americans and the Russians, and they would have not have the war, and they could have continued talking, and maybe some solution could have been found, not today, tomorrow, after a year or so. But they were people's interest, military-industrial complex of America. They wanted to sell arms. Americans wanted to control Europe pretty closely. They wanted to give a lesson to Russians. They wanted to finish Russia as a competitor. Many factors that created a situation where a war has been, and now look at it, everybody's a loser, Russia is a loser, they have to spend so much money now on military hardware, the Europeans are a loser, their defense budgets have gone to 2% of GDP, their social security money will go towards military. Americans, $150 billion they have already pumped in the next presidential debate. This is going to be an issue that whether we want to carry on with trade. But in the end, who has suffered? Innocent Ukrainians. Also Russian soldiers. A large number of them have died. They have no animosity with anybody. It's a politics, global politics. But the soldiers are dying. So there is an issue that similarly look at Israel-Hamas war. I mean, should Hamas, Hamas leaders are sitting in Qatar in 5-star luxury, and they are using the people of Palestine like pawns. And they chose to attack and kill 1,500 Israelis on 7th of October last year, and the war is started. But what's the solution? 35,000 people already killed in Gaza. How many more should we kill? There are protests going on. There is in universities and colleges around the world to save further lives. And I am telling you, as of today, nobody knows the end state in Israel. How much more killings they will do, we do not know. I am not taking the side of the Palestinians. But there is an issue, and unfortunately, nobody is talking. Whatever little talking is going on, nobody is serious about it. Red Sea, Houthis, Hezbollah in Lebanon, all politics. Powerful leaders were making, creating situations for wars. And the Red Sea crisis affecting trade between India and Europe, and China and Europe, and everybody else, because the route is being closed and lots of ships have been destroyed. Coming closer between India and China, the Americans are trying to move towards Indo-Pacific competition. The Europeans are also wanting to come in. India is affected, Australia is affected, so is Japan, South Korea, Philippines now is also having a conflict with. Bangladesh incident yesterday has been building up for the last 2-3 months or maybe more. And we all know that the Chinese were never happy with Sheikh Hasina. The Americans were never happy with her because she was trying to run an independent policy because she was a friend of India. But did she make mistakes? Of course she made mistakes. And that is why this revolt has taken place. So unfortunately, there's something called doomsday clock, which there is an atomic scientist association which comes out in January of every month. We are 90 seconds to midnight on that doomsday clock, and that is the worst figure we have hit since Hiroshima till today. That is the level of risk that we are at the worst point on the doomsday clock. So, but everyone is keeping fingers crossed. Luckily, Ukraine, no nuclear bomb, got used despite nearly 5-7 threats, over the period of last 2 years. So, keeping our fingers crossed. I know that today's debate is going to raise all this and many more interesting questions. There is a need for us at the end of the day, 1 o'clock today, when the debate finishes, we should know that, are we really to go back with a long face or to go with a smile? No, we are going to be all right, the world will recover. It has recovered from many crises in the past, and we will surely, I hope, find a solution. And I'm very proud that we in India have a good democracy. Indian Army will never see. Bangladesh Army is taken over. Indian Army living in the barracks, submersible. Look what Army is doing in Vietnam. All the time supporting the country and supporting the nation building, and kindly be proud that we are all right, we are safe, we are behaving like a mature democracy. And all the very best to all the participants. We are the best guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the words of wisdom. We are truly blessed. Now we request you to please accept a token of gratitude and remembrance from the CCA family. Thank you so much, sir. Please give a big round of applause.
What I was talking about. Okay, yes. 6th of August 1945, Hiroshima Day. And the best way to remember these 2 dates, 6 is Hexa. So remember, first H, Hiroshima, H, Hexa. And 9th of August 1945 was Nagasaki Day. N for 9, N for Nagasaki. These are little mnemonics that you should be able to remember. And those were atomic bombs. Now the countries, the world is laced with nuclear bombs. So you can well imagine how, when the Air Marshal says, keeping our fingers crossed. But fortunately, you're lucky to be born in India, one of the best countries that we are born in. And as Sir said, we are a mature democracy. And really, it is one of those things where we have our head squarely on our shoulders. India doesn't tilt anywhere. India stands upright and bold and moving forward. And one day you will be the leaders of the world. This is what is really going to happen. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
The speakers will come up so far, along with the compares and teachers come. We'll have a quick photograph. Please sit down. Hurry up. Those who have spoken so far.
More speakers, two projectors. Quick.
6. Come on, quick. And the compares. And the teachers and charges. And the vice principal. And the headmistress. Quick. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, now I request participants from category A to please get up and move to auditorium 2. Duty students to please escort. Any teacher from the participating school, if they want to sit in auditorium 2, that's their wish. And if they want to remain in auditorium 1, that is also perfectly fine with us. Category A, 9th and 10th, debaters as well as interjectors to move to auditorium 2.